Hello, it's Lion, and really quickly before the video starts, I do want to mention that this was recorded over a month ago, so if I reference anything like in the previous video and it doesn't really make sense, it's because it was supposed to reference the videos I made a month ago. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we are doing another manga video. Now today's manga video is going to be over a man and his cat. Now this is written by Umi Sakurai, there we go. And it's published by Square Enix, as you guys can see right there. And it's a comedy, slice of life. Slice of life seems more accurate to me than comedy because it's like cutesy funny, but it really has a lot more of an emotional impact here, but I wouldn't call it a drama. So slice of life kind of fits. It doesn't have an adaptation as far as I know. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, the premise here is basically that an older widower adopts an unwanted cat from the pet store. And with this, he and the cat kind of gain happiness that they had been missing in their life for a long time, basically, for both of them. And they find like familial love with each other and kind of turn their world into a not like sad place, like into a happier, more lively situation for both of them. And it really kind of strikes home, and it like hits you different, man. Like, I don't know what was going on. I think I was really stressed when I read this, and so like I read it after a test. I was like, you know what, screw it, I have 15 minutes, let me read this before I have to go eat dinner with my family. And I did, and I had to like sit down for a minute and be like, okay, breathe, relax, this is not that serious, it's just an old guy and his cat, why are you trying to cry? It was weird, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just like really felt this. So yeah, the plot line here is episodic. It's short stories, like really short. It's basically a 4 coma, like 2 to 3 pages at most. And there's 15 chapters that are like proper chapters, and then they're like 4 to 5 pages each. Sorry, not 2 to 3. And then there's 7 extra stories at the back that are much longer. They're actually like long form stories, and I don't understand what the difference there was. Like, why are the short stories chapters and the long stories short, like side stories? But yeah, basically, it's really wholesome stuff. The kind of general idea behind the whole story is the initial adoption of the cat. He gets his name, which is like the most meaningful thing, basically. What's his name? Fukumaru, which means like happiness bringer or luck bringer or something like that. And yeah, then toys and food settling in, lots of bonding time between the man and his cat, and then the side stories, which are basically flashbacks. And I don't know why, but some of these short stories really hit. Like, there was one where he was just like sitting there and he was like telling Fakumaru like, hey man, you like brought happiness into my life after I was basically done for. My wife died and I was immensely lonely. My children don't come to visit me, but you brought light into my life and love, and loneliness is no longer a problem because I have you, cat. And oh man, I don't know why, that just like hit me right in the feels, man. And I just felt so like melancholic and like sad, and not depressed, but like this kind of like empathic, like, oh, that hurts, and I understand what you like feel, and like I want to cry because I felt that too. And it, oh my god, man, it was crazy. I did not expect this from this. I thought this was just gonna be like a fun little story that I was just gonna like breeze through and not have any big feelings about, but it really blew my mind. I have no clue what was going on, but it hit me hard. And I like the other day I was remembering that I read it, and I was like, oh god, I'm about to cry and I have no reason to do so. And it was like crazy. I'm not a big like admirer of strong emotions. I'm very I enjoy being a very neutral state a lot of times. I don't really care about big happy emotions that much, and I really dislike negative emotions. Because I was really angry as a teenager, and as I got older, I was like, I do not want to do that. I want to be neutral to happy, and happy emotions really, I like them, but they're really fleeting. So it's just like I'll just stay neutral, and that's okay. But this really made me feel like something, and I like that a lot. I thought it was really important. I don't know why. It hit me, and I feel like I'm gushing about like crying, and it's kind of weird, but it really is, man. It was super interesting. So yeah, the characters are Fakumaru the cat, Mr. Konda, the sales girl, Konda's best friend, and then his male coworker. And basically, there's really strong emotional bonds between Mr. Konda and Fakumaru. And it's so crazy good, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting, and I love all the characters. They all bring something different to the table, a slightly different view on the same emotion, a kind of like interesting perspective, and I really like that a lot. Yeah. The world building, basically there's none. It just shows the setting really well. Art-wise, very good. I enjoy the expressions of the people a lot, and the expressions of Fakumaru so much. The cat is so funny. He's kind of like a little fugly guy, but he's so adorable. I really like him. There's no fan service, obviously. And I rate this a 5 out of 5. And if I had not reacted the way I reacted, I would have probably thought this was super mediocre. But the fact that a 5-page like story with like 8 to 10 panels made me like, that feeling right before you cry where your eyes start to burn and you feel that like tingle in your nose, and you're gonna like start to like cry and you tear up and you're just like that sort of thing. I felt that so much over like one little story, and I thought that was so amazing. So a 5 out of 5. I definitely recommend this. I think everyone that wants that kind of like trip down memory lane, or like reconnecting with an emotion you felt before but that you disliked at the time, but now you're like ready to face, kind of thing, mostly with loneliness. This is really good. It kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because it had a pet involved, because I have a pet as well, and it's not really mine, it's my sister's, but we all got it together when we were younger. And sitting down when you're just kind of down and your dog comes up to you and it like cuddles you and it wants to pay attention and like be there with you, it really it helps you feel better. And that's kind of like what this story captured really well. And I really found that super emotion inducing. It was a little bit overwhelming, honestly. And I really liked it. So if you're trying to catch feelings like that, definitely read this. I think it's really good. Similar titles though, Komi maybe? Like Komi is the only other kind of slice of life story that has captured some sort of deep, important emotion for me. And yeah, that's basically it, I guess. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Please share the video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.